we have benefited much from the coalition, especially the trainings, sharing information, and we are really grateful for the work that the coalition has done and contributed to the development and the welfare of this forum. We are so grateful, and we believe with our continuous engagements, we shall be able to attain more and achieve more. Thank you very much.
Frank and our colleagues from Kisoro District NGO Farm. This is my first time to come to this office, and I was asking my colleague before I came, are you sure of the organization you're going to? It says yes. I said that's fine, because I had not yet interacted with you people here. This exercise that we are undertaking is funded by Civil Rights Defenders Sweden. And basically, it provides resources to us to support grassroots human rights defenders, because the National Coalition of Human Rights, its niche is grassroots human rights defenders. And Kisoro District NGO Forum falls under that. And one of the criteria for providing support is that the team first does a needs assessment, and I heard Frank say that they had come here previously. So whatever we do, and whatever little it is based on your needs and priorities. And that's why a needs assessment is done first. We don't assume that this is what Kisoro District NGO Forum requires without coming to them.
My name is Geoffrey Tumwesije, the Executive Director, Kisoro District NGO CBO Forum, abbreviated as KINGOF. Here we do capacity building of our member organizations. We do advocacy for quality services from the government, both central and local, and we do information sharing. Today, we are privileged here to have hosted a team from the National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders, led by the Executive Director, Mr. Robert Kilenga, and they have come to support us with one desktop computer with the backup drive, antivirus software, and a filing cabinet. We are grateful to the National Coalition Human Rights Defenders Uganda for supporting us. This computer is going to be helping us to keep and store our documents safely. We shall be using the computer to compile our reports concerning human rights violations and abuses in Kisoro District. The backup drive is going to help us keep our documents secure even when we are out of office, and the antivirus software is going to protect our data from hijack and other attacks. We are grateful for civil rights for supporting us, because they have been our funders, and we are grateful for them. Surely we know this equipment is going to help us to improve our way of service, to improve our data and information sharing, which is one of our thematic areas as Kisoro District NGO Forum. We thank the coalition for the impact so far on our community in Kisoro District, through our organization as King of. We are so grateful, and with this equipment, we are going to serve our communities better. Thank you so much.
It's little, but as my colleague Chigoye said, that's the beginning of a journey. My appeal to you is to use those little resources very well and for the purpose for which they have been given to you. One way in which a grassroots NGO or CBO can grow is the way it conducts its business. You talked about your thematic areas of advocacy, information sharing. The question one will be posing to you, and while is assessing your effectiveness, will be how do they carry out advocacy? By the nature of the definition of a human rights defender under the United Nations Declaration on the Rights and Responsibilities of Human Rights Defenders, it defines a human rights defender as any individual whose actions contributes to the protection and promotion of human rights using non-violence. So your actions are the ones that define you. It has nothing to do with your education. Even a farmer, a typical farmer who cannot speak English, can be a human rights defender. A grassroots woman who sees another woman being harassed, being evicted, being denied her rights simply because she's now a widow, that woman who comes out and speaks out and says this is not fair, qualifies to be a what? A human rights defender. It has nothing to do with your law degree, with your human rights degree, with your whatever qualification. It is the actions that you do. That action of coming out to speak out using non-violence confers you to be a human rights defender. And I want you as an NGO, as a voice of the voiceless, to have that in your mind when you are even defining it, so that these people understand, so that you grow a movement that human rights defenders or your members should not only be only those who speak English. No. A grassroots woman from Muramba, from Nyarusiza, from Gatete can be a human rights defender. And they are there. There are so many there. But we don't know them, and we don't seem to recognize them simply because they don't speak English. But they can speak Kifumbira and find they are fighting for the rights of others. That alone qualifies him or her to be what? A human. The act of coming out and being bold to speak about injustice makes you, as long as you don't use violence. You get it? So in growing as a district NGO, please make sure you don't leave out those ones, those people who speak up. And how do you identify them? You will not see them everywhere. You will hear them on radio, you will hear them speaking up, and you approach them and say, by the way, do you know that the work you are doing is recognized as a human rights defender? There are people who are human rights defenders, but they don't know that they're human rights defenders. And when they are under threat or attack, they need to be supported. They need to be supported. Are we together? If you don't support them, then they cow down. They say, you will find your spouse, as a woman, as a man, will say, my dear, this work you are doing. So someone has to come and support you. Because you find even at home, families will say, this work you are doing is going to cause problems to the family, because they fear. But when you support someone who is threatened as a result of speaking out, then they do what? They feel encouraged to continue doing their work. So I want to applaud you for the good work you are doing. Please keep it up. And then when you do advocacy, whether there are serious human rights violations at the police, whether there are abuses because you must be differentiating between a human rights violation and an abuse. That an abuse is carried out by a private citizen or individual, while a violation is a state actor. Are we together? How do you do advocacy? Please, human rights defenders don't use abusive language. You speak like a professional. You refer to the law, you refer to the policies. If you are dealing with accountability to do with Operation Wealth Creation, you ask them, what is the program? Who are the target groups in the parish development model? If you understand there is corruption, whom is it targeting? It is targeting those what we call live on subsistence. So if you hear a rich man like Boniface was a beneficiary of PDM, then you raise the what? Flag, because it does not qualify. Are we together? Even me, I don't qualify for PDM. So that's when. But how do you raise that flag? Do you go and start abusing them and abusing the cow? No. You tell them, colleagues, as a government, as a local government, the policy is very clear that the parish development model is supposed to be benefiting subsistence farm, and it is 1 million. How come we hear people are getting 500 only? How come we hear? And you must be having credible evidence. Are we together? The point I'm trying to emphasize is you should be professional in the work that you do. Remember, you're supposed to have MOUs with what? What if tomorrow they don't sign an MOU and say, your conduct for us, we feel we can't work with you? Then you're at a loss. Are we together? Yeah. Even me, when I want to do an activity here in Kisoro as a coalition, I'll have to go through the Kisoro NGO forum because I have no MOU with the district. But Kisoro, which is a member of the National Coalition, has an MOU. Are we together? So that is my appeal to you.
My name is Akampura Davis. I'm the founder and executive director, Youth Elevation Initiative. Youth Elevation Initiative is a community-based organization working in Kabale district. We are non-profit in nature, and our mission is to empower and equip youth with sustainable abilities to transform into active and positive contributors of their communities. And our vision is to have an empowered and equipped self-sustaining youth population in Uganda. We are so much glad and privileged to receive this support of a computer and a filing cabin from National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders, Uganda. It is a support we can't take for granted, and actually it is addressing one of the key problems we've been facing as an organization. Mostly in areas of data security, you can see how our files are kept. Our data has been not very well stored, and with the support they have provided, we are so much sure the problem is solved, and we are very happy for the support they have given to us. Thank you.
On their needs. It is one thing to come and carry out a needs assessment, but it is also another thing to follow up and you do a retooling. So we do not take this for granted, and I want to say that on my own behalf as a sub-regional focal person, I thank you for this. As HRDs, we face a lot of challenges, and among those challenges, we face digital threats where we are losing a lot of data, and now you are going to have the capacity to at least have your information stored on more than one computer. You have been having a personal laptop, but now you're also going to back up information here on your desktop. I heard they are going to give you also antivirus. That one is going to save you from a lot of cyber attacks. We want to thank you very much for always being with us once again, and I hope that EA will take this at heart and use it for the right reasons they have been given to them. We don't want to hear tomorrow that you're selling, because you lacked funding, you're selling the computers, you're selling the cabinets. It's now your property, but use it for the mandate for which EA was established. Yeah. Otherwise, I want to thank the team that came from the coalition today. Thank you for your efforts, and thank you for being here. I can't thank you enough.
For the computer, we have received from National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders Uganda. It will help us to keep our data safe, and also supporting us in finding information on our programs, and also supporting the entire organizational systems in running our day-to-day activities. Meanwhile, and also the cabin we've received, it will help us in storing our hard data properly and safely where it is safe, and that will enable us to keep our information safe from attacks, and also adding credit to our organization in terms of capacity. It will be enabling us to function without risks in a reduced risk mode, and that will enable us to push our vision and also continue serving our communities. I want to thank National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders Uganda with civil rights defenders for this support of a computer and a filing cabin. We can't thank you enough as a grassroots organization. You've given us capacity to serve our organization and other human rights defenders in our communities. And we continue to encourage even other development partners to continue supporting us as grassroots organizations as we push our agendas. Thank you so much for this support.
My name is Fortunate Natkunda. I am a social worker and executive director at Margaret and Emma organization here in Kabale. I'm also the sub-regional focal person for Kigezi under the National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders. Today, our organization has received a 4-set CCTV surveillance camera from the National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders with support from civil rights defenders. We can't thank both organizations enough because this adds to our security as members of the coalition and as human rights defenders. We usually face a lot of threats, both physical and digital, and having these CCTV cameras at our offices is an advantage because it helps us keep our employees, the outsiders, and anybody who comes in the organization in check. So it's a security measure that we are glad to have. Thank you very much.
Safety and security of COVID, and also to strengthen your capacity to continue the good human rights work you do for the community.
On behalf of the National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders Uganda and its partners, the civil rights defenders, I take this opportunity to hand over this equipment to COVID. This equipment is going to support them, to help them to enhance the security of this place and the people that are working here. It is also going to support you, to help you to continue with the work of human rights defending you do in COVID.
Mukaku Bernardo Jones, my name, from Community Volunteers for Youth Empowerment Uganda. We are located in Masaka. It's a great pleasure to speak to you. Community Volunteers for Youth Empowerment, what does it do? We are a community-led organization focusing on key population in Uganda, and we are serving underserved, marginalized persons. So we are doing healthy equity, we are doing security, we are doing economic empowerment through our three our projects. One, the shelter project, then two, medical facility through our clinic, and then through training where we'll render economic empowerment into financial training, management, and others. So we've been working since 2021, serving the minority groups of people in Uganda, and we've advocated for a long time in different spaces for human rights, for equity, for diversity and inclusion. And we are delighted that we have received several partners recognizing our work. Today we are together with our partners, the National Coalition for Human Rights Defenders Uganda. They visited us, and they've been supportive through different aspects. Today, from National Coalition for Human Rights Defenders Uganda, we have received items including the solar security light. Here we have received the padlock and the cabin. How? We've been facing a challenge of power shortage in our area because Nyendo is fond of a remote, though we are in a suburban area. So we had a shortage with power, and we've been having a challenge where we have received the safety cases alarming in our area and even in our offices. But receiving this light, it will help to secure the security, to add on the security, our security, by providing security light for our offices, the clinic and shelter. Again, we've received the alarm padlock. This will help to notify or to make alarm for anything goes wrong or anyone wrong touching our facility. Again, we've received our drawer, this cabinet to help to secure our details, our documents, our assets like PC, stamps and other, because recently we had received the security break, and our PCs, our phones, our documents were taken because we had no any secure place to keep them. So receiving this cabin, it helps to secure or to protect our document, sensitive documents, and other IT and other items we have. We have a problem with the data recording tools. We have a problem with the securing sensitive data, mainly for people in a shelter. But having this cabin, it will help to keep, to lock, to be sure that the data with the data for our clients is well securely kept in a safe place, and we are sure of its safety. On behalf of Community Volunteers for Youth Empowerment, we want to extend our sincere gratitude, thanking the National Coalition for Human Rights Defenders Uganda, together with its partners, the Civil Rights Defenders, for supporting us. This support really means a lot to us because we were missing this, and this is the support that we needed today. And their support will add us our movement, will spearhead, will provide security, will inspire us to work more. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
The National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders Uganda to be back here today in Karangara to hand over equipment that came as a result of the needs assessment that was conducted on Maria Teresa Foundation. It is our great pleasure to hand you over this equipment. They are not just tools, but it's our sign of showing solidarity to you and also strengthening your capacity to do your legitimate human rights work you do. Additionally, it's a testament of our commitment to strengthening grassroots HRD so that you can serve the communities you serve. So a month ago when we came, we talked, you explained your challenges and your wants. And we are here today with support from Civil Rights Defenders to retool you with this equipment. They are not just cameras, they are not just security lights or a filing cabinet, but these are tools that are going to enable you keep afloat, that are going to increase your visibility, that are going to enable you work in a safe and secure environment. We should not attach a cost to this equipment, but the value it is going to create and the impact it is going to cause once it is installed. We urge you to use it for the purpose intended. However little it is, it means a lot. We are standing with you, we are walking this journey with you, and together we shall defend and amplify the rights of the grassroots HRDs. So at this juncture, on behalf of our Executive Director and our partner Civil Rights Defenders, I hand over the CCTV cameras to you.
Thank you.
Additionally, we also hand over a solar security light system for physical security, and a filing cabinet for proper documentation, storage of your office documents.
Thank you. I am Nachitende Maria. I am the director for the Maria Teresa Foundation in Kalangala. Maria Teresa Foundation in Kalangala is a foundation that empowers single mothers and survivors of domestic female trafficking, those girls that are trafficked within Kalangala from the different parts of Uganda, given the nature of Kalangala. Looking at Kalangala, Kalangala is not so much like other districts. So even where our office is kind of a village. So everybody can have access to this place, can walk around this place. And previously, people had made even a path just behind us, so they could just walk around our premises. So we felt unsafe at all times, and our security has been threatened. But with the cameras provided today, we feel we are getting safer and safer. We have today received cameras, solar lights, and cabins. So we feel it is going to enhance our security. Because first of all, the lights, given the load shedding that goes on, the power goes on and off so often, ever since we are put on hydropower. So each time it goes off, it is a threat to us. But now if we have the lights, the solar lights, if we have the cameras, so we shall be able to put on record everything that happens around our premises. And with the cabins, we have tried severally to purchase one, but in vain, because we couldn't afford by our costs, since we don't have enough funds and we have very many pressing issues to look at. We have documents and details about survivors. Survivors are people or girls that need confidentiality, the girls that need to be safe, because they involve very many issues. For example, the home details, the perpetrators who traffic them into the district keep on looking for them. So if we have their details and keep them just exposed to anywhere, I think it is not so safe, and it was a threat to us. But given that we have now today received the cabins, we feel safe, because you can put each details of each survivor lock in the cabin, and so it is not a threat. Even if the authorities are not around, because we have very many workers, we have data clerks in some other projects, we have some other people that access our premises, but now that we have cabins, we can lock in their details and be safe at any time. I don't have the exact word to use to show my happiness. I cannot express my happiness beyond this, but internally it is beyond what I can show on my face. Because whatever they have brought to us is something we have been admiring to have. Things in our dream, but we could not afford to have. So we are really grateful. We are really thankful and pray to the Almighty God that blesses the partners and the funders in this. We are so grateful. I am really happy, and I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the National Coalition, to the Human Rights Defenders and its partners, the Civil Rights Defenders. Sincere thanks from the Maria Teresa Foundation, Kalangala.
My name is Vyaba Stella, the Monitoring and Evaluation Officer of Kalamba Community Development Organization, Stroke Health Center. We are located in Kalamba Town Council, Butambala District. Our major focus is health, education, agriculture, and human rights. Our activities are offered in Kalamba Town Council, Chibibi, and areas around, and other areas around. Butambala district. Our area, our organization is one of the NGOs we have within that district. We have been operating since 1998, but you find that though we are offering services to the voiceless community, our areas, our organization is in a space, we don't have a fence, and yet we hold a number of documents. First of all, we have the organization documents, and then we have the patient documents, since we have a health center section. So if someone could just come in and maybe can get into the patient's details, then even other people, being that it's a community-based organization, people just come in the organization. We didn't have a security, so anybody could come in anyhow, and there is no how you could just monitor without maybe a camera, but we could just, we had a very big challenge in that. First of all, I would like to thank the National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders Uganda for having given us a CCTV camera, then a filing cabinet and an alarming padlock to help us with this security situation that we have been facing. The filing cabinet, we have a number of documents. We have a number of from the community. Since we are in a health setting, we have a number of gender-based violence, but we have a number of reports, our own reports as an organization, as human rights defenders. We have a number of patient files that are going to be filed, and we are going to use the padlock at least to, when locking, maybe when locking the organization, it can give an alarm to alert us, the bad people who have bad intentions towards the organization, whom we didn't know. Then for the CCTV camera, at least it will be capturing each and everybody who comes in. We shall be able to monitor the good people and the bad people of the organization and see how we can provide our activities to the community in an effective way. We would like to thank the National Coalition of Human Rights Defenders Uganda with its partners, civil rights defenders, for what they have done for us, because they have helped us to reach the voiceless. We shall be able to at least to provide more security, and we know even our community, they will know that they are going to have a more secure environment as we provide services to them. We know they will know that their information that they give to the organization is very secure. And even I know that bad people who have bad intention towards the organization, with the help of this alarming padlock, they will be able to know that now we can't just come into the organization to disorganize the activities of the organization.